podcast on YouTube. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
It's true. It's true. It's damn true that the
Come
best
on, bro.
podcast in the world is back once again. It's your boy Lil Durk. I got Les with me. I got Reed with me. How y'all feeling?
Feeling immaculate, bro.
I feel like
Feeling the same.
I feel like $1,000,000.
That was fucking dog. Bro. Whoa, just take it easy, man.
You're up thin ice, buddy.
Immediately, then we sort of want to talk about Bucks, and we want to talk about what happened at Dynasty, AEW Dynasty. Like we say 100 times, say it 100 more times. AEW doesn't miss on pay-per-views, but late into their pay-per-views,
but
have been some fucking misses. And
I don't know how to fucking end pay-per-views, bro.
I think the general consensus is that most people aren't happy with the ending of Dynasty due to the Young Bucks in particular. Swerve and Moxley had honestly an underwhelming match from what I know both of them are capable of. Just being honest, you cannot be a fan of either one of those guys. We know they are better than that. I don't like the structure that they use for the match personally. We can dive into that a little bit more, but end of the day, Hangman Adam Page came out and everyone was wondering, is he going to attack Moxley? Is he going to attack Swerve? He doesn't even get the chance to pull the trigger because the Death Riders come out. The Death Riders stop him. The Ops come out and stop the Death Riders. Next thing you know, the lights hit. Black. Is it the Undertaker?
Thought it was the Undertaker.
I was like, who the hell they cut the lights off for? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it is the Young Bucks. And, I feel like we did this already with the Young Bucks having something to do with the faction that's trying to, like, take down AEW. And that shit failed last year drastically.
It still is.
Buck versus the Elite versus AEW storyline was trash. I think that's the general consensus for most fans. Which of course, they hit Swerve with. I can't even get my words together because the shit is still baffling. Honestly, they hit him with the
ass.
And guess what? Jon Moxley retained the AEW World Championship. Now, part of me felt like Swerve wasn't going to win, even though I felt like he should. I've been saying who I think, besides Swerve, should be the guy to take out Moxley because I think that guy embodies exactly what AEW is and wants to be. That guy is inside of the Owen Hart Cup, so maybe we do get that match. But honestly,
who is it?
Osprey.
Who is it?
Osprey. If it's not gonna be Swerve, it needs to be Osprey. Like
I know it was Osprey. I thought you were gonna say
something around Swerve and Osprey.
I thought you were gonna give my guy Hangman some love.
Hell no.
Hell no. Fuck Hangman, bro.
What? Bro, y'all never mind. We can talk about this a different day.
Old as hell, man. He needs to go back to teaching.
Bro, he one of the best all right.
I ain't say he wasn't good. He old. That's like saying like when they should have strapped the Rocket to Kenny Omega and treated Kenny Omega like Roman Reigns. They didn't. They did for like 6 months during the pandemic.
They did the belt collector
for like 6 months during the pandemic.
Hey, bro, it only takes 6 months.
It took Roman Reigns, what he get, 3 years, 4 years?
Are we? We're not
going to main event another WrestleMania. Like,
aren't you in a row? Derek, aren't you the one that tells us not to compare them two as much?
Who?
AEW and WWE. Roman and Kenny are two different people to me. Like
right,
two different.
Why is Roman Reigns so popular?
I would say more for the tribal chief shit than the championship.
Okay, but who allowed him to do the tribal chief shit?
I mean, technically, Vince did.
What company was that?
This WWE and that WWE, not the same to me, so I ain't gonna say nothing.
End of the day, the booking. If they don't book the tribal chief to be dominant for all those years, is he as popular as he was?
No.
Exactly. That's the same thing with Kenny Omega. Like,
but he wasn't popular to begin. He's not as popular. It wouldn't have mattered. There's small scale market. It's AEW. It wouldn't have mattered. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, Kenny Omega's amazing. He's arguably top 5 greatest wrestlers ever to be in ring. But the difference between him and Roman is obviously the product, obviously. The booking there, like, well, I'm agreeing with you. The booking at WWE, however you like it, is like, me personally, like up here. Sometimes it has, sometimes it has below bottoms. We can all agree. Like Chad Gable, for example. Kenny Omega, if he got booked like this, even in AEW, it would still take a lot more just because I do feel like at the time when CM Punk was there, they had a chance. If that's what you're referring to, I agree. Because
No. I'm talking about them neglecting to make people the true face of their company. We
like
can talk
Osprey
about
and fucking Omega
because
comparison to
and
WWE,
Swerve.
it's the simple fact that we just talked about it with Swerve last year. They failed in his reign. He had the title for like 6 months, and they did not properly establish him as one of the faces of the company. MJF before him. MJF was supposed to be the face of the company. They did not do a good job in making him the face that runs the place. Cody Rhodes is the face that runs the place, and everybody knows it. Everybody knew that Jey Uso wasn't main event in WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes was going to main event WrestleMania because WWE has done everything that they can. At the end of the day, it's a business. So as a business, you want a face of the company. You look at the NBA. Who the face of the NBA?
Right now, I would say
LeBron.
I would say Braun.
It's got to be Braun.
Still LeBron, because no matter who else has won a championship in this time frame, they still market through LeBron James more than anybody. That is business. Fuck I'm not comparing.
Yeah, the GOAT.
Right, AEW is more small market. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
LeBron James.
The face of the MLB is between Aaron Judge, Mike
Ohtani.
Trout,
It's Ohtani,
Like,
yeah.
Even if you're gonna have multiple people, you know who's the face. When it was early 2000s NFL, it was Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. They dominated headlines. Every day they was a talking conversation. You know what I'm saying? Now it's Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Joe Burrow in that position as well. You gotta have that QB1. AEW doesn't know how to put somebody in that QB1 position. And there was another opportunity for them to do that last night with Swerve, and guess what they did? Fumble.
I'm just still going back to the small market thing. Like, I feel like it wouldn't have mattered anyways. Even if they did have a top guy, like a definitive face of the company, when you think of AEW, definitive face, I just feel like it also goes to the booking too, like the downplaying their booking from 2021 now. Like, we can agree, like, the product then was amazing, and then it kind of just went
stagnated.
Yeah. I feel like they could get back.
I can't see you in the chat. My bad, Brody.
You're good. I see.
Oh yeah. Oh, shout out Robert, bro.
Is he in the comments? Hey, shout out to him, bro. He shows up every time, doesn't he?
Yeah. He said he just got off work. Happy to see Yeah, shout out to you, bro.
Shout out to you, bro. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I agree with I was more going off the comparison, but I agree with not making
Fuck John Moxley.
Definitive person.
Look, Moxley is their workhorse, no doubt about it. He has been the guy that CM Punk, through the CM Punk stuff, through Daniel Bryan, through pandemic, he was the first big name to jump ship, like really be on WWE at first, and then Double or Nothing. Was that Double or Nothing 18 or is that 19?
19.
To
19.
So, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely a guy that if they handled him properly, he could be the face of the company, but I just don't.
Bro.
I don't think, like, that's an ugly motherfucker. Ugly motherfucker to be the face of the company, and I'm not talking.
I'm not even
talking about his wrestling style as well. Like, I don't. I'm not opposed to all the hardcore stuff that he does. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy it. I'm an ECW guy, but I feel like
you can't. He's not.
You is about. That's what I'm thinking about too. Like, I think Cody Rhodes embodies what WWE is all about. Roman Reigns and the Tribal Chief in particular, that storyline embodied what WWE is all about.
Cena did too.
embodied what WWE is all about. I think the people that have embodied what AEW is all about, you know what I'm saying? They failed to properly put those people in the position. And I think those are guys like Swerve, Ospreay, Omega.
That's literally my three. That's literally my three.
Three, you know what I'm saying? MJF was perfect for it too, because as great as MJF is on the mic, and honestly, if they did what they were supposed to do with MJF was another person that could have took them to that next stratosphere, because he has the mic skills of a CM Punk. You know, I'll say he had, because he's kind of fallen off recently.
Yeah.
I think his shit got kind of stale. But in ring, undoubtedly, MJF is cold, and he was a nice, amazing heel to be like the opposite of, you know, what the typical AEW wrestler was, which he wasn't all flips and tricks. He's more technical than some of those guys, and more of an old school wrestler. You know what I'm saying?
Could I add on real quick too?
Oh yeah.
I feel like in terms of what you were saying, like Ospreay, Swerve, and Omega, and then we talk about Cena, Cody, Roman. Looking at it from a business point of view, like you was, bro, they just marketable too. Like you look at somebody and you're like, yeah, he's the guy. Like they give off that kind of vibe, and it also comes down to looks. You know what I mean? Like it's very like the wrestling business, in a way, it's kind of like also like music. It's also like being like the top actor, top actress. You know what I mean? Like while like the look is also like a subjective thing. That's why we have GQ fucking most handsome man alive. We have this like it's a certain look that's marketable, and I feel like that goes into anything in wrestling, especially. You know what I mean? Like somebody like, see, I don't even want to say it because it sounds like I'm putting somebody down, but like the way like people talk about like Adam Cole, people say Adam Cole's too small, too short, too this.
Buddy.
But from like a business perspective, I could see why AEW wouldn't put him in that pedestal, but they should put somebody like a Swerve or a Ospreay.
But the problem is Cole could do it, because you got to think. It's a little different in a WWE. I'm gonna go to his counterpart, who I think from WWE, Johnny Gargano, for example, has his own YouTube, goes to all these events, yada yada. Even though he's not over with the crowd per se, he's still a WWE guy through and through. But he was heavy on the indies, so he still has that in his baggage. Hasn't really got where he needs yet on the main roster.
Yeah,
Adam Cole was one of those things, but AEW being a little different, to where like it's for the sickos. Like their style of wrestling works in AEW more, I think. So Adam Cole having his own Twitch channel, going to all these events. He's been in Japan, Ring of Honor. If they didn't kill Ring of Honor, I'm sorry, Athena. If they didn't really kill Ring of Honor, I'm glad Tony saved it. And all that other shit, bro. Like Kenny, for example, New Japan, like Kenny was the guy. I don't care what anyone says. He was the guy for.
He's still the guy to me. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He's still the guy.
We're the guys.
Yeah.
They were the Tanahashi was still there, but he's the ace. Those were the guys. Those were the before AJ and Finn and all them. Those were the guys. But we can definitively see and know like these guys are the faces that run the place. AEW, like Derek was saying, they don't have like a definitive person where you can be like, oh yeah, AEW. Because MJF really could have been that after the Adam Cole storyline if they didn't fuck it up. But you know, that's neither.
But to add on, I know like we're kind of getting off topic as well, but
we're still on the topic.
I feel like also it's actually basically what you just said. You can't look at somebody from AEW, especially right now. It depends on the wrestler, but you can't like pick one out of a bunch and be like, that's AEW right there. He embodies AEW.
And you know, people will say Darby Allin, which I love Darby, but like at the same time,
it's definitely people still saying that they're gonna wait on him to be the one.
I'm not.
I love Darby, bro, but
personally, I think they should have pulled the trigger on him a couple years ago.
They should have, yeah.
I feel like that flame is complete, especially considering what happened this year, right? With him leaving to go climb Mount Everest in a situation where AEW is supposed to kind of needs you if you're
Yeah.
gonna be that guy.
That's where the pushover.
Like, nothing can come second to AEW, and something is coming second. AEW is coming second. Excuse me. He can't put the company second and put, you know, I get this is something that he wants to accomplish and this is his dream. But if he's going to be the guy, there are sacrifices that you have to make.
Yeah.
You have to make those sacrifices being the guy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
We all been there.
Cody Rhodes perfect right now. You know what I'm saying? Like Cody
Yeah.
Rhodes not finna take a break to make a movie.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing is coming before him being the guy for the company if you're going to be the guy. That's why I even applaud Moxley. Like, Moxley has come back early from rehab, from injury. He didn't needed breaks. And when the company calls him and they need him,
he's there.
He's there. You know what I'm saying? But also, again, I think he is, you know, a little less. Even going back to what Les said, it's two things that I wanted to hit on that point. One was when Cody Rhodes mentioned it, you know, with people body shaming, and he was saying that, like, you know, he understands it, but from a certain standpoint, wrestlers are going out there half naked. People are going to comment on your body at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think the women get the short end of the stick of that too, just because.
I mean, the men, they get body shamed too.
I feel like
that's what I mean.
But it's the nature of it because you are going out there and literally putting your body out there. You know,
and this is what's being broadcast to a wide audience.
With that, then it's up to you to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody telling you to take steroids and be the biggest, buffest guy. But if you got a problem with what people are saying about your body, then you know what I'm saying, it's up to you to change that or have tough skin and be like, look, I'm comfortable in my own skin. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta be comfortable in your own skin going out there looking like that. But I also do think it's a good point that you made too about a look. When women see Roman Reigns,
I've seen it firsthand too many times.
Yeah.
I've seen it firsthand too. They're like, oh, who that? Oh, that's in wrestling. Oh, he hot. Oh, this. I'm like, bro, are you dead ass?
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real. People see Moxley, they not gonna say that. I ain't never heard nobody be like,
oh, that's my baby daddy. Moxley, I'm on Moxley to be my baby daddy.
And you gotta understand,
y'all are sick, bro.
And again, AEW is for the sickos, right? So they're not tripping off of getting the casual fans. So their face doesn't have to be somebody that, you know, is so attractive in the general consensus. You know what I'm saying? Is that this person is attractive on how they look. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that Moxley's wrestling style is unattractive.
It is.
Whoa, that's a bar.
So it's why I don't think that he should be the guy, even though he has been their ace. Honestly,
listen,
he's been a pillar, and then that goes to the 4-pillar BS.
That's I was gonna bring that up.
Darby cared more about climbing a mountain than doing his fucking job. And who's the 4th pillar? Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy lost you your biggest meal ticket. I love AEW, but they don't understand that, like, that is what they're missing, and I think they failed.
Robert, I agree, Robert.
What did he say?
I agree. He said they should have had Darby turn on Sting after the program with CM Punk. I agree. That would have been very interesting. And then they should have strapped the Rocket to Darby, bro. Because especially like when they had that 4-pillar fatal, the fatal 4-way match a couple years ago. Was it like last year, the year before? That would have been like a perfect time around too. This motherfucker, you gonna try to revolve the company around Darby Allin, and he's like halfway up Mount Everest right now? Come on, bro.
I don't even think he started climbing.
Nah, he didn't start climbing. He starts climbing like 3 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
Or like 2 months. I don't know.
Nah, it's like the middle of this month, I think they said that he gonna start. Prayers on him. I hope he accomplishes it.
Word.
Safe. But it is, you know what I'm saying, weird that, you know, and again, just being honest,
you're right, Robert.
I don't even want to say he's too small because he is a person that his wrestling style, fits him perfectly, I think. But I
I like a
think
Spike Dudley. He's like, bro, he is Spike Dudley, bro.
and I'm glad that they don't see that as a ceiling for him because I think Spike Dudley was dope. You know what I'm saying? Spike Dudley did more than what he did. But I personally just don't see Darby as the guy for
I
AEW.
don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm looking at Ospreay and Swerve out of like the mid 30 guys because I think Ospreay's just turned 30, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Swerve is in his mid 30s, and those are the type of guys that you should be looking at to be the face of your company.
Yo.
We go younger than that. I really don't see besides MJF. I think is still in his 20s. But other than that, I really don't see, who out of the young crop is going to be the guys. And they've got years to go. You know what I'm saying? Which, that's another big thing I love about NXT because NXT shows you the guys that has that potential and they allow them that chance to develop on their own. You know what I'm saying? As where AEW getting rid of their other shows that they've lost over the past years. And they kind of lost that breeding ground to figure out, okay, who's those next young stars. Where now, you got people like Dante and Darius Martin, who I think are fantastic and has a lot of potential, but they're just another guy on the show. They're on the pre-show, you know what I'm saying? Instead of getting the opportunity to be headlining their own pay-per-views like a Javon Evans, like a Obafemi, like Brian Breaker, like Carmelo Hayes, like Roxanne Perez, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, let's dive into the rest of the pay-per-view. I want to highlight the women's matches, which I think
let's go for it.
absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
Once again, you know me, I gotta give praises to the GOAT, Mercedes Moné. Hey, you ain't lying, Sammy. That's crazy. Another reason I think we did kind of say that she forgave him, maybe. If I'm not
she did. Yeah, she did.
That heat.
I don't forgive him.
There, bro.
I don't forgive him.
That's honestly the main reason I don't fuck with dude. I'm just being
Me too.
Gosh.
Me
The
too.
main reason I don't fuck with Sammy Guevara was those ridiculous ass comments about Mercedes.
Yo, you know what I saw, bro?
Bro,
So they said Sammy Guevara either got to play like an arrogant heel, and that's just him, or he got to wear a mask. He got to wear a lucha mask and never talk again.
Listen,
bro, Sammy Guevara, I feel like is a real good wrestler, bro, but he's just a piece of shit to me. I just don't.
Okay, you guys know me.
Okay.
We all make mistakes, but the shit he said why would you even say that out of just
as a grown man?
As a grown man, that's what I'm saying, bro. But that's what I'm not understanding, bro. Like he wasn't a little child when he said this shit. He wasn't like 9 years old saying, "I want to do this to Sasha Banks." No, bro, you was an adult.
If she
forgave him, but I heard Mercedes Moné say it herself.
If they can move past that, that's great. Great for their relationship.
I can't though. I can't.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody else is different. I'm just glad that she found clarity, even though what he said was fucking crazy. But as long as she can worry about her career, she don't gotta worry about that now. To her.
So I mean, if you Tony Khan, you probably don't even want the potential. So you like Sammy, you ain't making that much money, buddy. Take your ass over there in ROH.
Guantanamo Bay.
Guantanamo Bay. They don't freed my boy Penta, Phoenix, Andrade.
Hey, we'll get to that. I want to still talk about AEW.
I know.
My bad.
I think that Mercedes gave Julia Hart her best match as she has done for a lot of the younger AEW girls. I think Julia Hart is only like 24 right now. Look it up right quick. I think she's like 24.
She might be 24, which is my age.
She still got, because I know her and Anna Jay are both like pretty.
Hell no, she 23.
She 23.
She was born over. Yo, she born November 8th, 2001. That means she only a couple months older than me. That's crazy. 2001. TK was like, I don't care if you should go. Hey, we gonna get to Jericho in a second, though. We gonna get to Jericho in a second.
Hey, bro, they did the same thing.
Mercedes did amazing. Obviously, Tony Storm did amazing. I think Megan Bynes, that's her name, right?
Oh, Megan Bain.
Megan Bang, she has a great future ahead of herself as well. Still, sort of in certain aspects, but I do like that they allow her to get in there with Tony Storm and just show that the AEW women's division is best, as great as it's been. Honestly, this is the best this women's division has ever been.
Phenomenal.
Mercedes, Tony Storm being the two women that have been the face of the division for the last year now.
And Mariah May.
Amazing job. They've done an amazing job getting the women more spotlight and making.
Hey. Harley Cameron, bro. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, they need to put her and Mercedes together now.
Yup.
Like that chemistry.
Harley Cameron should be just like her little mouthpiece. I'm not gonna lie.
It's been like annoying to Mercedes and coming up with the fucking the damn puppet. You know what I'm saying? Especially considering Mercedes came up with the idea like, oh, you like a ventriloquist? Yeah, you should do a puppet of me while we.
Oh, I seen that shit.
Like, that shit is cool, and that's also a way that Mercedes has looked out for another young talent that, you know what I'm saying, giving her an opportunity. We can talk about that, about the 4 horsewomen that actually look out for the young talent.
They don't go into business for themselves.
Not going into business for themselves and talking about people's boyfriends and stuff, which that's a whole nother thing.
That was hey, we'll get to that. That was crazy.
Crazy situation, but
hey, shout out Ludwig. Shout out Ludwig Kaiser, bro. He ain't do that shit. He ain't do that shit.
I think Willow put out the tweet. Mercedes has been saying it for months. All elite women. The women in AEW are constantly putting on match of the year candidates, constantly topping whatever they've done previously in their career, whether that's with Tony Storm, whether that's with Mercedes, or whether that's on their own doing different things. You know what I'm saying? I think, AEW is at that point where they just have to continue the momentum. And we've talked about this countless times about the women not getting enough TV time, women not having good storylines. I think they finally are doing that, especially with Mercedes and Athena. I think that storyline is going to be fantastic. I wouldn't be surprised if they get a trilogy. That's what it's looking like. They're going to get a trilogy because I don't see them. I don't know what's going to happen in this tournament. The Owen Hart Women's Cup tournament is going to be crazy. Obviously, I love Mercedes to win, but she doesn't need to win because she already is a 4 quadruple belt champion. You know what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't necessarily need to win this tournament. You got Chris Statlander over there that can win it. You got Jamie Hayter who can win it, and she can have her Tony Storm. Hell, you could even possibly have Athena win the whole damn thing and then unify those titles in her and Mercedes fight, but I think the title match is going to be at All In. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm still of the abolition that you should do versus Athena at All In, even if that is going to be a trilogy. I don't know if Athena is going to win her match because her match is Wednesday, right? Against Harley.
Who was she facing? Harley on Wednesday?
Yeah. I believe even if it's not Wednesday, it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying?
Charlotte was trying to pull a Tupac, but in a white girl way.
And then a day in a group. I do think that Mercedes could use a faction too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that would be fire. That would be
thinking they were gonna do,
she should have been in the elite, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
I was thinking the twins in ROH, the one that she fought on Collision, the Renegade twins.
Oh,
I was thinking they were gonna put them with Mercedes, but I don't know. That ship kind of seems like it sailed recently. I don't know.
What's the Deonna Purrazzo and Taya Valkyrie? That tag.
I
ain't seen them in months, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
They were just there last month. I know they had like a skit.
That was like last month though.
Yeah, where Deonna left or something like that.
I don't know, man. Those are two women that's being underutilized right now. If we being honest, like the AEW women's division is deep. They could even justify having a third championship in the women's division. I mean, they do got.
And that's not even to say they still have Saraya. They still have Britt Baker.
Gone.
Well, is she gone yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
She said she no longer with AEW. They do got Britt who's sitting in catering.
Wait, who not with AEW no more?
Saraya.
Oh yeah, nah, she been gone.
Like 2 weeks ago. Well, I guess a week ago now.
W bringing her back, bro.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know why, but she thinks that's gonna happen.
They
Hey,
shouldn't. Hey,
if it-
knowing WWE, they finna bring her back, bro. But they
Hey,
shouldn't, bro.
They
if
might
she
bring her
does-
back as a producer. I really don't see her coming back as a wrestler at this point.
I don't know.
Nah, she barely wrestled in AEW, and she was hurt a lot, which that's not her fault, but it just didn't work.
It's not Nikita Lyons' fault either.
That's who need to get let go. I ain't gonna lie to you. Bro.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. She holding down the NXT roster, bro.
Yes.
Personally, I think she reached her ceiling. She's been left behind. Like she was part of the Tiffany Stratton and Roxanne class. You know what I'm saying? Last Legend as well. Whereas
I'm not gonna lie. I felt the
Last
same way
Legend
about Cora Jade.
I'm
not-
and it seems like Nikita,
feel
out of
the
everybody in
same
that class, Nikita has not improved.
No, I felt the same way about Cora Jade until they started making it do a little bit more interesting. She been putting on bangers. I'm not gonna lie.
And
She been on TNA.
dating everybody in the PC.
Come on now, Reed.
That was distasteful, bro. That was distasteful, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Don't we talk about Cora Jade like that, bro?
I'm joking. Damn, chill.
But let's
Cora
get back to
Jade-
AEW. I do want to highlight my boy Adam Cole. We talked about it briefly, but Adam Cole just won his first ever title, singles title.
Baby.
First ever
Yeah.
title.
Hold on. Y'all ready?
Cole,
baby. Boom! That's 5 big booms. Boom, 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 boom.
Sorry, your cousin died in a car crash. 5 big boom.
Oh my
Motherfucker was laughing at me last night because I was doing this shit, G, with him.
What? This?
What you was doing?
Boom!
Hold up.
Boom!
Hey, bro, I love Adam Cole. I
And
love
this is another situation, though. You know, I'm happy they finally pulled the trigger, just like I was happy they finally pulled the trigger on a guy like Daniel Garcia. But
Word.
it does seem like
That's this dude
it's another one of those.
And Robert, funny as hell, bro.
Oh my God.
Y'all gotta see the topic.
But look, man.
All right.
All right, bro.
Adam Cole
bad,
should have been a champion, though. Adam Cole should have been won a singles title. Honestly, I think they should have pulled the trigger at All In
Yeah.
2023, and he should have beat MJF at that pay-per-view. They didn't pull the trigger for whatever reason. Now he is the TNT champion. Daniel Garcia is a guy that should have won the title a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Better late than never. And I think
Yeah.
you have an opportunity now as well to take my boys Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong and get them a tag team title shot, whether that be whether that be ROH or whether that be AEW. I want to see all of them boys with some gold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the good old times, because those three, I felt like they should have beat the Death Riders. I'm being honest with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I got a quick question. Where Bobby Fish at?
He was with TNA. I don't think he with them no more.
Where's the lie?
I thought he was doing like MMA or something or boxing, wasn't he?
But that's what I think he left TNA.
All right. Nah, that was just I just had to interject. I was just wondering, bro.
They kicked him out.
He didn't keep the lines on his feet.
Yeah, he done for it too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna lie. He a Austin Aries, bro. For some reason, bro, like it's
He burnt a lot of bridges. You said he a producer in WWE since when?
ain't no way.
Talking about Bobby Roode.
Robert, do you?
Nah, yeah, you talk about Bobby. Yeah, had
Talking about Bobby Roode.
I better say Robert.
Hired Bobby Fish and he beefing with CM Punk.
Yeah, hell nah.
You that nigga died.
CM Punk would have beat the brakes off him already, bro.
Hey, they both trained MMA, so it'd be fun to watch. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, like somebody said on Twitter, oh yeah, see, Heyman Adam Page will beat the shit out of CM Punk. That's why he ain't say shit.
Who knows, bro? Who knows?
Man, all them niggas soft. How about that?
Word.
Oh, I love Lil Durk.
But look, on to even we can talk about the
We talk about Jericho.
yeah. I guess we can talk about Jericho. It was something else that I wanted to talk about before
Oh,
Jericho.
my fault.
Let's talk. I don't remember what it was though. It slipped my mind. It was another match.
Fletcher. You talking
Like-
about the Fletcher match?
I feel like it was some tag team shit.
You wasn't talking about Fletcher and Briscoe?
Nah.
That was a really good match, but it was kind of just like a
Two just to roughly brush over it. Shit, yeah. Let's talk about Jericho, and then we can talk about the Kenny Omega setup.
Okay, cool. I'm not gonna lie, bro. As much as I wanted to hate the fucking match, bro.
Before you speak, you got to do this. You got to talk like this the whole time. There you go.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I wanted to hate on that fucking match so bad. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. Chris Jericho in 2025, bro. I'm his biggest op, bro. I was like, I went into the match and I'm like, okay, Bandito, cool. But I know he gonna rock out. But Chris Jericho though, bro.
Mhm.
Bro, match was actually really fucking good. I'm not gonna lie, bro. And Chris Jericho was actually putting in work. It wasn't just like Bandito carry job. Like he was actually putting in work. And then that finish happened. And I got so pissed off, bro. I think we texted in the group chat. I almost took to Twitter, bro. I almost went on my rant. And then they did the instant replay shit. Like this is some motherfucking NBA, bro. They challenged that shit. Bro, they challenged that shit. Bandito's famously said, "Oh yeah, nah. Y'all gotta check this out. He cheated. And then, oh man, Bandito, bro, that finisher fire, bro. Like, yeah, that finisher fire. The little the German suplex.
21 suplex or something like that.
Oh, I thought it was called like Z. Wasn't it called like Z1? Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know, bro. Fire. And then he won the match, bro. Shout out Bandito.
Yeah,
Chris Jericho. Jericho probably didn't want to lose clean, bro. So he went with the dusty finish. I'm already knowing, bro. I'm already knowing, bro. But yeah, what y'all think, bro?
It's about damn time that he lost that title. That's
Damn
the
straight.
I think the match was solid, but one of his better matches in his learning tree gimmick, because I think this gimmick has really
learning tree
gimmick ran its course. It's time for him.
Pack it up.
Yeah, word.
He gotta go.
Cut it out.
Don't ever do some shit like that ever again, bro.
You ain't never watched Full House in his shows, man.
What do you mean?
And I think it was long overdue. Y'all finish it.
Nah, word. Hell yeah, they had to take that title off of Jericho, bro.
Hey, somebody get Robert, bro. He going.
Shout to walking away. On the report show and then go backstage and boys and because
bro. But yeah, Bandito match solid. I would give it a 3.5 out of 5 chops.
All right, 3.5 is kind of like, all right, bro, you too generous. 25, bro. Three.
Listen, bro.
No, but it was a really good Chris Jericho 2025 match, bro.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it, bro.
Yeah. Bro, this
Hey, shout out Kyle Fletcher. Yeah, that was a good match too. I think it was just it did its job. It wasn't anything too crazy. But yeah, shout out Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah, shout out Fletcher, bro.
Him and Ospreay on two different sides of the bracket?
No, they're facing each other next.
Are they?
Yeah, because he
Wait,
beat
who did Osprey beat?
Kevin Knight.
Oh, you right.
Yeah. Kevin Knight's tough too. Hey, by the way, PSA for anybody. Kevin Knight is tough. Tough, bro.
No, that kid fire. Yo, that kid fire. Derek, you wanted to talk about the Hurt Syndicate match?
Yeah,
We hurt people. We hurt people.
Word.
I think really really good match. I think I just don't understand what MJF gonna do with them. That's what like we go outside the
You,
ring,
you the Owen Hart, bro.
and I don't know. I think they just don't know what to do with MJF right now.
Hey, bro, they're
Not at
doing.
all.
They're
Not
gonna.
at all.
They're gonna make him the Owen Hart right around the Owen Hart tournament. It's crazy.
I think that's kind of what they going for, bro.
That's crazy.
It's kind of like, okay, I guess. But they honestly don't know what to do. And I feel like they're kind of losing direction on what the fuck they're doing with Hurt Syndicate now too.
Hey, bro, they fumbled so much in the past 6 months. I'm tired of bashing on them, to be honest. I try not to, but that finish last night was garbage.
Oh, I don't even, bro.
I mean, be honest. Besides that, the pay-per-view was great. I don't have a complaint about the pay-per-view, but that ending was dog shit.
Wait, I got a quick question though.
Oh, we forgot one match that I actually really liked.
The triple threat match. That's what else I want to talk about.
Yeah,
Oh,
Threat match.
all right, go ahead. Then I'll ask something later.
Ricochet doing his best work, man.
absolute. Thank you.
I was just about to ask about Rico, bro.
Where he went on the headset and started talking, and he got kicked in the head. Bro,
Camera angle too. Like I was showing my girl the matches. I'm like, if you you just gonna see some cool shit in this match. Like that's just what you gonna see when you got them two. You know what I'm saying? All those guys in the same match together. I think I know what I was gonna do with this other Kenny Omega. I was gonna put the tire on it. Yeah, you just gonna see some cool shit. Like
What?
simple as that. Like you want to see some shit you've never seen before in wrestling? Watch fucking Kenny Omega, Ricochet, and Speedball Mike Bailey. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, Ricochet get a rematch against Kenny Omega at some point. It's gonna happen.
he will. He will.
I need to see Ricochet and fucking Pac again, bro.
Bro, get Pac or Pac, however we're saying it. Get him out of the fucking.
I say Pac because he white.
Okay, Pac. Get him out of the fucking Death Riders, bro. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, bro.
Get him
Hey,
out of
bro, take Castagnoli out too, bro. I need.
take Claudio out too. Bro, hey, we haven't seen him, but shout out to Rusev for re-signing. Shout out to Rusev.
I guess
Rusev Machka.
Okay, so before we get into this is a great question for y'all and some good content because I think we all three gonna have different answers for this, right?
Let's hear it.
Who will Randy Orton face at WrestleMania? Who should he face? Fuck Will. Who would you prefer him to face? Who do you think is the perfect opponent for Randy Orton? Whether it be somebody that's re-debuting or whether it be somebody who doesn't seem like they were going to get on the card.
All right. Y'all know what was my answer, bro.
I got my answer.
I feel like though, those little vignettes or vignettes is Malachi Black. Like I feel like we already know this at that point. Alistair Malachi Black, but I don't think Randy Orton is gonna face Malachi Black at Mania because it would kind of be just like fucking up their plans for whatever they wanted Malachi Black to do on SmackDown.
Right.
And I feel like we have so many recent debuts and all this shit's happening, especially in WWE around this time. I don't want shit to get too jumbled.
Yeah.
I honestly don't. Like, we know for the most part, Mania is like the reset point. That's like the end of the season. And everything restarts again. You know what I mean? You know, some feuds obviously carry over, but
yeah,
I think they should leave Malachi Black for whenever they wanted to originally. I don't know, bro. Low key, I'm just saying. I know what everybody's saying.
If you're gonna say my answer, I'm gonna be mad as hell.
Nah, I was gonna say, what if they pull a fucking Mark Henry, bro?
And KO shows up.
That would be.
I don't think it's gonna be Aldis.
I
That's
mean,
gonna
not
be-
necessarily like a Mark Henry, but like a, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. I don't give a fuck if I'm hurt. I'm still gonna show up and wrestle.
That too. Yeah. Shit, fucking Stone Cold could go fight him, bro. Nick Aldis is like, he fucking RKO'd me. Stone Cold, pull up.
I was gonna choose Aldis. I think Aldis makes a lot of sense, to be honest.
I would love that.
I wish it would be Carmelo Hayes, if I'm being honest, man.
See, I was gonna go with Melo too.
Because Melo's
I
not
would
gonna
love
be in
it
the
to be Carmelo Hayes, man.
He's not gonna be in the US title match.
So, but then what are they gonna do with the Miz?
He's gonna host WrestleMania.
Hell no, not that shit again. Not that shit again. Not that shit again.
Put him in the SmackDown title. I don't know.
They completely fucked up fucking Melo's push, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, yeah, the Miz, he could learn a lot from the Miz, but cool, bro. He don't need the Miz. Melo is Melo, bro.
I'm gonna be real. I wasn't completely opposed to it initially. I think that it has legs. That's what I will say. I think that it has legs. So
Okay.
is WWE going to, capitalize off of that? Is the real question. You know what I'm saying? I think that they could. Melo don't miss. Cool little catchphrase. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
Awesome.
Get some fucking t-shirts with that shit. But is WWE going to do the right thing then and push them? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they should win the match at WrestleMania, but they should be in the match at WrestleMania.
Well, we know how WWE fucking
Bro, I'm
these
sorry.
random tag teams at the my fault, Reed.
No, you go. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
No, not my fault. But we know like how well a lot of these random put together tag teams been in WWE. Fucking Penta and Roman at fucking Rumble had some of the most immaculate chemistry I think I've ever seen, bro. Like, and you wouldn't even expect this shit. Chelsea and Piper have been phenomenal, bro.
Yeah.
Like it just happens, bro. It's magic. And Melo don't miss. Like I get it. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of have a ring to it, bro. It kind of have a ring. But I don't know, bro.
Regardless,
It has to be Melo's match.
Has to be Melo. Melo got to be at Mania.
Yes.
It's got to be Melo year. I don't even want them to win the tag team titles. I want them to be in contention. I want Melo to turn on the Miz, and I want Melo to go on to win Money in the Bank. Simple as that.
Easy.
Yeah, I think if Braun Breaker is allowed a world title run going into WrestleMania, Carmelo Hayes should absolutely have something at Mania.
Easily.
Because I don't know what they don't see, but he's a star, bro. Like
He's been
it's in your face.
Melo was a bigger star in fucking NXT than Braun Breaker, bro. I don't understand.
Yes.
Melo, man. I think they are testing him. I think they are seeing.
But they didn't have to test him. But they didn't have to test Braun Breaker.
If we make wait, are you going to continue to make magic out of dog shit? Are you going to continue to be patient and also be appreciative and be ready when the moment does come? You know what I'm saying? I think they playing with him, and I don't know if y'all ever had somebody do that with y'all, like in real life, in a situation where like you're gonna get the opportunity, you're gonna get the job, you're gonna get whatever, but they're trying to test you and see when things don't go necessarily the way that person wants them to go, how do they react? But I really think that's what they're doing with Melo right now. I think it's wrong.
But why don't they test Braun Breaker?
That's exactly what I was
Melo got called up before Braun Breaker. Melo was a star before Braun Breaker.
He was the number one pick.
He was the number one pick. It just don't make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
I get it. Okay. If they do it like this, right? They want Melo, but see, at the same point, bro, we could see Braun Breaker being one of the top stars for the next 20 years. Same thing with Melo.
Yes.
So maybe if they're testing Melo, then test Braun at the same time.
Yup.
Because if you're gonna give Braun Breaker the same fucking treatment, like he's a fucking star, I mean, I'm not taking it away from him because he is, but Melo is as well.
Melo gets one-off matches with Cody his first match on SmackDown. He fights Randy.
Randy Orton.
He
Fought
gets
Randy Orton again. He has a
Cody
pinfall-
Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. He fought the world champion, bro.
yes. And what I'm saying is the feud that
I don't get
Yeah.
what
Braun's having compared to Melo makes no sense because even though Braun doesn't really have a lot of feuds, he had Sheamus and Ludwig, who have been on the main roster for quite some time. Good feud. Sheamus is a legend. Sami Zayn, a legend who just came off the biggest year of his life these last 2 years.
Yeah.
Feud with him for the IC title, got on SummerSlam, won it at SummerSlam, and then what else do we have? It's only a matter of time for him and Gunther face off for the world title, unless Jay Uso, main event, Jay Uso has a feud with him, loses the belt, then beats him, and then Melo's sitting here half the time in catering, maybe gets a one-off match, always in Aldis's office. Like, hey, I need a match. What? Like, I don't see the correlation. Like, if you're gonna compare them two, then keep them two on the same pedestal. That's just me.
If
They do.
the only
I'll be right back, G. I got this motherfucking circuit, bro. If you just saying all my lights just went off and shit.
yeah, fuck it kick readout. It kick readout.
I gotta probably reset the circuit breaker right quick.
Nah, you good.
Go ahead and chop it up. Get you a monologue in.
Yeah. Nah, so
I'm back.
I understand what Reed was saying. Derek said he finna be back. Reed, like, bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you, bro. I understand what you've been saying as well. The only thing that I can think of, like, any plausible fucking explanation for it is their characters.
Yeah.
Like, Braun Breaker, without a shadow of a fucking doubt, that motherfucker a genetic freak. Just like his father was, just like his uncle was. He is a genetic freak. He's a freak athlete, bro. And Reed is fucking going again. I'm gonna just toast you out for the time being until Reed fucking finds his way back here. Oh, there he is. So
I don't know why he keeps kicking me out, bro.
Braun Breaker is a genetic freak, and that is his character. He's a fucking dog, right? You're a badass. Cool. Melo, his character is that arrogant, cocky heel. I get it. But at the same time, you keep having Melo get fed fucking like pin after pin after pin after pin.
Yeah.
And it's hurting his stance with the crowd. Like, it's not like when he had first like debuted on the main roster when they drafted him number 1, he was getting some good reactions. But it's kind of stagnated.
Yeah.
It's kind of stagnated while Braun Breaker, on the other hand, it's just been going up. Oh, we got any dogs in New York City? Who? Like, bro, like, but the same way how in NXT, Melo don't miss that whole him that got over so well. We all knew like that had the opportunity to get over on the main roster. Absolutely. It's just that with WWE just like testing and creative testing him, it's only like hindering his growth right now. So I guess at the end of the day, it's either that they're seeing it like this. If we don't put him on TV with The Miz, then we don't have shit for him, which is basically what they're saying. But at the same time, I don't think it's like a downgrade for him to be with The Miz, because Miz is, you could soak up a lot of knowledge. The Miz is very knowledgeable about wrestling. But at the end of the day, bro, like, we got to see something with Melo, bro. He him.
Bro.
Because my biggest fear, I'm not going to lie, one of my biggest fears is we're going to get some more call-ups from NXT, might be prematurely, and people are going to get more over than Melo, and Melo's going to get further down the card. We've seen it happen countless times. Oba, even when Trick comes, that Trick, we see how the main roster reacts to Yeet. Whoop that Trick is going to get over like in a fucking heartbeat, and it has. When Trick is showing up on fucking main roster programming, it's gotten over, bro. That's just my fucking cup. Like, that's just my 2 cents, bro. My fault. I didn't mean to fucking rant, bro. Like, this shit pissing me off.
You were speaking real shit, because that's how I feel. Like, y'all know, like, I always say this, but I don't go to bat for wrestlers a lot. I always do it for Johnny, just because that's my guy. Like he's the one who got me back into wrestling.
And he a
Kinda
good fucking human. Johnny Gargano was one of the greatest humans I ever met.
Yeah. Adam Cole, and Finn Balor, like those three alone, really. I always like KO, so KO's always in there. And shout out to KO. If he actually is injured, this is what they're saying, then praise to him, bro. He's one of my favorites. But Melo was really like the one that like caught my eye. I know that sounds crazy, but like the way his moves are, the way he talks, bro, he's one of the best on the mic. I don't care what anyone says, bro. He can go toe to toe with LA Knight. Like
you go toe to toe with anybody, I feel like.
Yeah, pretty easily. All his matches against Ilya were amazing.
Yep.
His title reign was amazing. No one ever complained. He got Trick over. If we don't talk about that, he got Trick over from feuding with him. Goes up to the main roster. First match on the main roster is against the newly crowned WWE champion Cody Rhodes. Looks phenomenal while doing it. Was gonna have a program with AJ, which would have been like perfect.
I don't know what the fuck happened, bro.
And then AJ went out. AJ's back. God bless. And now he's with Miz, and I love that for him. But I don't know. I just want them to. They need to treat him equally because optics wise, it looks crazy. If you know what I'm talking.
No, it looks insane. It looks insane.
Yes.
It looks, and the thing about Melo, which is why I'm kind of like partial to his tag team with the Miz, is the Miz has been that overly confident, arrogant character that Melo is right now. Yeah. And I feel like you can never learn too much in life and also in the wrestling business. You can never learn too much.
Yeah.
You can never learn too little. Like you could always, just soak up fucking knowledge, information, trying to just be a better wrestler. But listen, bro, time is ticking. Time always ticks. Look at Dragon Lee. Look at Dragon Lee.
Yes.
I mean, I love the Lucha Brothers. I trust me, I'm one of their biggest fucking fans in the world.
Bro, we love the Lucha. Me and you talk about the Lucha Bros all the time. That's one of my favorite ever. Dragon
Lee, I know he's still young, but he's falling deeper into that vortex. And we're about to get more call-ups, especially with the WWE draft, which is probably happening right after Mania, maybe 2-3 weeks after Mania. And not only are we're getting main event, not only we are getting NXT call-ups, but all these signings. Rusev. We had Andrade last year. No, yeah, was it last year? Yeah. When did Andrade come back? 2024, right?
Royal Rumble.
2024?
Yep.
Okay, so but still, Andrade, we have all these people coming in, and it just pushes people further down the card. And listen, bro, Melo got to get his shine, bro. It's time. It's been time. Time. In a year, he hasn't done anything substantial that he's been on the main roster. That's fucking horrible.
Yeah, that shit.
He's one of the guys that you should be building. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
we all said
I wouldn't say anything substantial because him and Andrade's best of 7 was awesome.
No, but I'm saying
awesome.
I'm saying in order for that to even get to like more of a higher level, not just like, oh, we don't really have anything for you two, but you guys are good wrestlers. Let's just put on a fucking banger with you guys. Yeah. Like something like more would have been putting the US title on the line, getting that involved, and giving it to Melo and Melo and Andrade could have hot potatoed the title, and I would have been okay with it. Because the show for it, bro, they put on a fucking banger every fucking Friday. You don't do that.
Andrade's nowhere to be found.
And Andrade is fucking shit.
I'm with you, bro. Like, SmackDown really has all the talent. They could really be like Raw, and they just don't choose to. And that's no slight to like Braun Strowman. As recently, I've been loving Braun's work. Jacob Fatu, who I also love.
Yeah, word.
His thing,
bro. I mean,
bro. And you're giving TV time to like people no one cares about.
But
So
see, what they did do good is that Solo Sikoa a hype man right now, bro.
Yeah,
That's exactly what he should have been this whole time.
he should be the street champ. He shouldn't even be involved in the blood.
He should have been the fucking street champ. They should have never got him in this fucking vortex. Bro.
No, because when he was the street champ, he was fire promos, really great matches.
He was one of my favorite wrestlers in NXT, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
in 2.0,
he
was one of my favorite wrestlers.
He had it all, bro, and it's just fucking. I don't know what the producers do. I know there's probably a lot more to it, but me personally, they don't want to see me book anybody because I'm gonna put my favorites on the show, and I'm gonna go say, go have your greatest match of all time for one night. See how it goes. Cut a promo after. I don't care, bro.
Jacob Fatu need to wrestle Solo
Sikoa. He's not.
It's not happening. It's not happening. I don't. At least I don't think so. But it's not happening.
He's fighting LA Knight.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, because he
won. That is true. Yeah. Yep.
He won the number one contenders.
Yeah. Not only that, they would have already had to build to it too, and they just been teasing it. Yeah, kind of like they've been teasing Austin Theory and fucking Grayson Waller breaking up for the past 2 years.
Years now, yep.
And guess what?
Jacob goddamn me because we in a fucking power outage. I don't know when this shit gonna come on. Like 28 and battery.
Nah, you could take us out then.
You're good, bro.
Let's say less. We appreciate y'all tapping in with us, man.
Always.
Gonna try to get some no today. Whenever my power come back on, I was gonna be streaming. So whenever the fuck that happens, I'm gonna be streaming on fucking showcase mode, or I'm gonna be making the titles for our universe mode. So make sure y'all pop in and fuck with me.
Go do that, y'all. Do that.
As always, a great time discussing wrestling with y'all. We are at
always.
And subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend. We're on the road to
tell
300.
a motherfucking friend. Tell your grandmother, bro. Tell your mom. Tell your fucking dog. Tell your dog, bro.
That's crazy. We ain't gotta get off. If y'all want.
Oh, word.
You see the lights back on.
Oh, my fault. Now I think we kind of wrapped up though.
Yeah, we did talk about pretty much everything though. So in a minute, I'm probably gonna go eat. Then I'm you know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna get back on this motherfucking streaming. Also stay tuned because the Say I Quit Universe mode is on the way.
We might have new music on the way.
It might be some. We appreciate y'all tapping in, man. You know what it is, man. It's a little dirty.
Shout out to you, Robert. Shout out to Robert.
Shout out Robert, bro. Shout out to you, Robert. It's 2. Hell.